Alright guys, back at it with my channel, anything and everything. Another video on coronavirus. This is just still not in control. It's out of control. The numbers keep going up every day. Let's look at some of these numbers that are coming out. We got China at 80,000 with 202 new confirmed just today. South Korea 3,700 with 586 just today. We got Italy 1,700 with 573 just today. We got Iran with 978 with 385 just today. Some of the other ones I see that are kind of high are Germany at 51 confirmed today. You got Spain with 26. You got us with 8. That's 3 in Santa Clara, which makes 7 in that county. I would be scared if I was in California. You got to believe that it's spreading there. It might be everywhere there. Other than that, that's the highest numbers I see. You got UK with 13 new confirmed cases. I read an article that they're talking about closing down their schools early. So if they close down the schools, I gotta believe we would be right behind them. You got 2 more new cases in Washington State. That makes 8 in that state. I saw they declared a state of emergency. They're asking for extra help. I saw videos coming out of Seattle where their Costco's are just being ran. They're empty of all like disinfectant products, not necessarily food yet. And you don't have to go crazy. You don't have to go shop and empty out the shelves on food and stock up, but at least go regular shopping. That's what I'm telling my folks and stuff. Just be prepared, just at least to have a week's worth of food. Just do regular shopping, nothing special. Other than that, you got the CDC coming out and saying they have 88,000 new test kits, which is good. We're super behind. We hadn't been testing everyone. If you didn't go to China or didn't come from these high contaminated places, and you had symptoms like pneumonia or coughing, they wouldn't test you. But now they have lowered the requirements, and they're testing a lot more people, which should increase the number of cases confirmed here in the U.S. Where we should see in the next few days how many numbers we really have here confirmed in the U.S. You got people, some of the scientists, some of the articles I've read are saying that they believe in Washington State, with the cases that are coming out so random and so apart from each other, that they believe that this coronavirus has been around, contaminating people in Washington State for maybe more than 6 weeks, which is scary. That means it could be pretty much everywhere. You had Mardi Gras not too long ago. That's 14 million people going to that. So we'll be seeing here in the next 2 weeks if numbers skyrocket because of Mardi Gras. That's 14 million people traveling, partying, drinking together. I could just imagine what goes on there. Well, we can all imagine what goes on there. This one scares me. You got Mexico saying they got over 10,000 cases or people with symptoms that are similar to coronavirus, but they can't test them, which they probably don't have all those tests. I've been there. My parents go there. We can only imagine. If it got out of control there, they don't have the hospitals. They don't have the beds sufficient for an outbreak like that. And that's right. That's our border. So does that mean that we close down the border? Like, I don't know if quarantines are gonna be effective. This This virus is just so much different than all the other viruses. Um, 14 days of you carrying it around and infecting people before you get symptoms and before you get sick, that's just scary. That's why it's so hard to stop compared to other viruses and other sicknesses. When you're sick, you stay home with other sicknesses, and that's enough to control it, to stop it. But this one, Mexico doesn't put a stop to it. Um, that's just, yeah, that's just like I'm sure that's how it is in all countries. Uh, which that's why it's so scary that it's not just affecting us here in the USA. It's affecting all the whole country. I think that China should pay for all this. If they would have stopped it before, or not try to shut down like that doctor that died that tried to be the whistleblower, but they shut him down. If they would have not put a hush hush this to this when the first cases started coming out, it could have been contained. All of this would have been avoided. But now you got Trump saying we're pretty close on the vaccine. Even if we got it close, started testing it, we would not see the vaccines until the beginning of next year. Um, I mean, maybe even a year, they say. And who gets the shots first? Does the older people get the shots first because they are affected and they're the ones who can die out of this sickness? Um, so that's gonna be something we have to keep an eye out. We got Monday tomorrow, with the stock markets back opening. If they open bad, or if we have another 500 down, or if we even have 1,000, that's bad news. That the coronavirus is not going anywhere, and they keep saying the stock market is only going down because of the coronavirus. Well, if that's the case, then the stock market's gonna keep going down. So this might be worse than the recession because it's affecting all stock markets. We got markets in Canada going down the drain. We got all stock markets across all the world going down the drain. Last week was brutal. So just keep an eye out on tomorrow's stock market. We'll be watching out and making sure this coronavirus doesn't get a lot worse. So just stay clean, friends. Be healthy. Wash your hands. I think schools should be prepared to close, or you should be prepared for schools to close, I should say, maybe. Stop touching your face. Stop shaking hands. Do some fist pumps, maybe. And subscribe.